Chris's dad, very energetic surgeon, along with Honey and Woody, and just very enthusiastic and, of course, very excited about the impending wedding, our son and the beautiful Ellie, and it's a tall cast, if you notice. We're all tall except for my dear Morgan, who she'll explain that herself. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. They're fun characters. Well, I'm awesome. I'm the original awesome, okay? I just wasn't going to take my shirt off with that kid standing around all day. I mean, you know. The 50s aren't quite the 20s anymore. I'm not a biker. We were talking earlier. I'm really not. I have a few complaints with them, but it is fun. I have done it before. These will be great props to work with, gloves and everything. So, and it's kind of tight and kind of conforming. I'll be standing there holding my gut in the whole time. But no, it's just fun characters. I think it's unusual. Chuck sees us, and he's so not the athletic type, and we're all sweaty and glistening and bronzed and everything, and we're everything he's not. I did a show on this very lot that was kind of in the 80s, the flip version of this. I was the spy, and ex-Charlie's Angel Kate Jackson was Mrs. King, and she was the sort of civilian like Chuck, kind of a nerdy housewife that got caught into this web of intrigue in the 80s. So it's kind of fun. It's a great sense of humor to it. So yeah, to do. I'll tell you what, with everything, the discussions in the makeup trailer about reality TV and everything like that, this is kind of it's an engaging show, engaging characters, and has that big tongue in the cheek, and it's refreshing in contemporary television. This is the kind of shows I think people like a great deal. What do? You're entertaining somebody for an hour and taking them away from, their daily grind and all the things going on. And so I think that there's nothing wrong with just good, pure entertainment, clever writing, engaging characters.
Well, Honey is a fun character. She and her husband are the two doctors that are the parents of Awesome, and so they are parental awesomes. And so it's kind of a fun, spoofy kind of thing to do. They're both doctors and runs in the family and terribly proud of their son, and just kind of amusing, strange, over-the-top people. Well, they're always funny and fun, because when they bring you in, they're not going to bring you in unless they give you something interesting to do. So I always look forward to going and playing Chandler's mom on Friends. They always gave me great dialogue, and so it's a fun kind of thing to do. It makes that you're going to get a good punchline. That you're going to be able to score as an actor. That you're going to have a lot of fun doing it. And both of those sets, that one and this one, they're so nice. Everybody here is really nice. So it's just a joy to be here. One likes to hope one has spent one's life being fabulous and now can move to awesome.
We have the very awesome parents of Awesome. It's a lot of awesomes. It's Bruce Boxleiner and Morgan Fairchild, who's super duper fabulous. And my parents were very excited. She was on board with. They come unexpectedly. They were supposed to arrive the week prior for Thanksgiving, and they canceled. And so now they're here, and they are upon us with all of their plans and muscles and perfectness. Ellie's trying to keep her cool, but inside she's dying. They're just, they're awesome, but they're Captain Awesome like tenfold, So she's just surrounded by all that is perfect and blonde. They're planning like the wedding of the century, like royalty or something. She's got a book with swatches and colors and everything galore. She's got it mapped out.
Special guest star. We got Morgan Fairchild and Bruce Boxleitner. It's good stuff. My parents, the Awesomes, come to town. You know, I was wondering, everyone was wondering who my parents were going to be. And, you know, we're talking about all these different actors, and there couldn't be two more perfect people to walk on set and literally be awesome. So it was great, and I'm such a fan of both of them that it was fantastic to see them as my parents. I don't know. You know what was funny? Because when the show started, when we did the pilot, I was like, that's a funny character. Got a cool name. You know, I'll go on, I'll do it, and see what it turns into. And it's really funny how it's evolved into this thing. They're making T-shirts, Captain Awesome T-shirts, and, you know, I bought a bib for my niece that said Captain Awesome on it, like online, and it's great. So they've really, you know, the whole show has taken off. It's becoming part of pop culture, and I love being, you know, Captain Awesome and having that go with it. So I don't know. It's really up to the writers what they want to do with it, but I love getting parents. I love, you know, the whole storyline with the wedding coming up. There's so much. There's literally TV shows about a wedding. I'm trying to reserve the word awesome for the show, if you haven't noticed that. I'm just trying to keep that in my work life. So fantastic's my new word. Dynamite I'll throw in once in a while.
Morgan Fairchild and Bruce Boxleitner. Where do I start? Where do I begin? Icons, both in their own right. Morgan Fairchild looks exactly the same. I don't know what she's eating, but I need to eat that. Have some kind of workout regimen, although I'm lazy, so I'm not going to do it. And Bruce, it's so crazy that, you know, like Chuck has a giant Tron poster in his bedroom, and Bruce was Tron, man. I mean, it doesn't really get better than that. So what's cool about that, too, is that they're perfectly cast as Captain Awesome's parents. I mean, you don't really find more perfect, you know, physical specimens that look like, yes, they gave birth to the perfection that is Ryan McPartlin. And then on top of that, they're just, you know, great people and just fun to work with, and, you know, they're icons. And, you know, I think that's the cool thing about, you know, second season. You have a little bit more mojo rolling for you, and actors can then watch your other, you know, your first season episodes and go, yeah, it's a cool show. I want to be part of that, you know. So that's where we're at right now. Oh yeah, he's very, very overwhelmed. I mean, it's overwhelming enough that he has to interact with Captain Awesome on a daily basis, but when he actually has to interact with the parents that, you know, spawned said Captain Awesome, then there's a lot of awesomeness going on, and they're very tan and very good looking and very muscular, and you know, they're up at the crack of dawn riding bikes and doing ab exercises, and that's a whole nother world. I don't know anything about that. I sleep with my Xbox 360 controller. That's one of the great things about doing a TV show, is that you get to work with, you know, different directors and writers and actors, and, you know, hopefully the show's doing well enough where you get really talented, awesome people to come and want to play and hang out. And you know, hopefully years down the line in my life and career, I'll be able to look back and go, yeah, I got to at least work a couple of days with Bruce and Morgan and Michael Clark Duncan and John Larroquette, and, you know, and all these like really talented, amazing people that, and it's a real honor as an actor that they like what we do enough that they'd want to lend their name to it. You know, they're not like, oh, I don't want to be a part of that stink bomb. They're like, yeah, that's a really fun show. I want to do that. You know, so it's really cool. Makes you feel good about what you're doing. I mean, I wake up every day and I'm alive and I'm employed, and I get to work with just an incredible cast, an incredible crew, and it's more than a guy deserves, you know. So then when you get to add all the other people that get to come in and hang out, I just hope they leave with a great experience. I hope that they leave and say, wow, you know, of all the sets that we could have worked on, that was really fun, and those are really good people to work with, and they leave better than when they came, I guess, you know.